and welcome to One Forsaken Gaming. Today we're going to be doing my top 3 game of all time, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade. I'm going to be reading off my review for the game. Kind of a lot shorter than what I did for last week, but throwing my top 10 just to review so far. This is my personal top 10 games of all time. So at number 10 we had Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Number 9, Nights into Dreams. Number 8 was Sonic CD. Number 7 was Tetris. Number 6 was Super Mario Brothers. Number 5 was Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. And number 4 was Metroid Dread. And here we are at number 3. We got 2 more to go after this. I'm super excited about all of this. Again, I apologize, my voice is a little raspy. I just haven't been feeling the greatest overall, but nonetheless, this has to get done. And I will be posting the review online on Facebook, so you can check out the full review and read it, even though I'm just about to read it myself right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the mute on the game, so you guys can hear everything that I say, or hear the entire review. So here we go. We have arrived at my personal top 3 games of all time. At number 3, my game choice is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade. I've always been a fan of the Ninja Turtles, especially the late 80s cartoon when it originally released. The modern stuff, not so much, to be honest. So back in 1989, every Thursday after school, I would walk to my mom's work, which just so happened to be right next to where I attended school. Once she clocked out for the day, she would meet with her coworkers and other friends at the pizza place down the street. Why did I tag along? Every week she would hand me a $5 bill and let me play games at the mini arcade there, while she sat and chatted with her friends for a couple hours. From pinball, racing, and even classics like Galaga and Pac-Man, this place was great for gamers of all ages. There were always kids and young adults there due to the fact that there were 3 schools right by it. A lot of times I'd see some of my friends show up as well for a game or two while I was there, but man, nothing could prepare me for the fall of that year when I walked into the place and saw nothing but kids to adults completely crowded the entire arcade around one particular game that I could clearly see was a new game I hadn't seen before. I couldn't even see the game screen much as there were so many people, but what I did see was the title of it, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. After about the first hour or so, the crowd began to dissipate, and to my liking, I was able to finally check out the game itself. I also had my pocket of change ready to go if I ever saw an opening to play. I checked out the layout of the game cabinet. 4 positions to represent the 4 turtles. The game is essentially a beat 'em up with enemies coming from both sides and even some that come up from the ground. All I could see on screen were foot soldiers galore, and all 4 turtles trying to make their way through them. I just couldn't stop staring at this thing. I wanted to play it so badly. I saw an attack and jump buttons as the only 2 buttons I needed to play. However, I was mad because my mom was ready to leave for the night, and I hadn't gotten a chance to play it yet. I tried very hard to plead my case, but unfortunately I had to wait until next week to try it. The wait, however, was worth it, because when I came back the following Thursday evening, to my surprise, there wasn't a soul at the arcade, and I had the game all to myself with now $10 worth of quarters in my pocket, and thus began my experience with TMNT. Of course, the biggest question for me was which character should I choose first. Donatello has always been my favorite, not sure why to this day, to be honest. So that is the coin slot I dropped my first quarter in. One thing to note is that when you are 8 years old and you start getting your butt kicked at a video game, your immediate response is to generally pound the hell out of the buttons like it would make a difference, right? Well, apparently I was literally pounding the crap out of those buttons, and that had my mom come in the arcade and ask me to press them gently or I'd have to stop playing. Needless to say, that warning lasted all but 2 seconds, and right after she had left the arcade area, she had to walk right back in and pull me away from the game. I was so mad, but I deserved it. After we had some pizza, my mom asked me if I had calmed down, in which I responded a sarcastic yes. So she allowed me to go back and to play some more, but I learned my lesson. At this point, there were already 3 other people at the game playing, but Raphael was still available, so I asked to join and they happily allowed me to do so. I made sure, even though I was still getting beat up badly, I was carefully pressing those buttons as not to be removed from the arcade again and to be an embarrassment. We did make it to the final level, the Technodrome, but when we got to the final bosses, my teammates, including myself, were out of quarters. Yep, I had spent all $10 worth. Probably also because I was giving away some to my teammates so that they could continue to play with me. I was devastated we could not finish the game, but the OMG factor had really settled in for me with that experience lasting me a lifetime. This was the game I'd be playing every week until I could beat it, whether by myself or with others. I absolutely loved this game. It was simple yet challenging, fast yet can be taken slow. The fact that there was up to 4 players just added to the overall fun. I even made some new friends from playing it as well. When they finally removed it from the arcade for other games months later, I felt I lost a best friend. There wasn't any game that I was interested in playing that was there. For the following couple weeks, I actually had stopped going with my mom on Thursdays. Every now and then I would go just to see what was new there, but nothing for the longest time could fill that void that I now had in me. Sure, I had my games at home too, and was super stoked when they released TMNT2, the arcade game, on the NES, but it just wasn't the same as the original arcade classic which I wanted to play again. In fact, it wasn't until the past 10 years that I was finally able to play it again on emulation. That brought back all of these memories and then some. Today, when you find me playing TMNT for the arcade, you'll see that smiling 8-year-old boy who was just loving life so much. So why is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade at number 3? Let's be honest here. This game just did everything right for me. The music, the action, the boss battles, sounds, graphics, they were all pretty damn perfect for a 1989 beat-em up. Throwing that included the Ninja Turtles was just icing on the cake. Don't forget about the replay factor too. Even as I'm writing this, I just had finished a playthrough and will be playing another one shortly after. However, there are still 2 more games that impacted me more. But for now, my number 3 game of all time is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade. As I said, you will be able to, if you missed it, if you want to reread any of this, you can also, I will be posting this on the Facebook page shortly afterwards and all that stuff. So anyway, but we're going to do a full playthrough of the game. We're going to be using my character, Donatello, and then we're going to be playing this on the, they were playing this off of the Cowabunga collection on the Nintendo Switch, just so you know. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to put about 20 men. It's usually about 15 to 20 is what I usually get when I get through this. So anyway, let's get this started. Alright, let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed the reviews and everything that I've done for all of these. I've had an absolute blast writing them, and it just never gets old in all these games. It always sucks when you go to press the jump attack button and it doesn't do it. It doesn't do what it's supposed to. He does a jump kick instead. I missed him. Like, dang it. It's like the fire's in the elevator. It's like, really? Alright, so far so good. But if you were to play this, I was actually trying the Japanese version of this, and my god, man, there's so many foot soldiers on the page or on the screen, but that's why I'm just doing this as the US version. It's a little bit easier. But I just wanted to get through it at a decent amount of time. But again, I do apologize if this is you're looking for me to do an actual live stream with this, but this game is actually really short, so darn you. No, you don't. There we go. But I mean, I just the fact that they tied into the cartoon so well with this. I mean, it was great. It was absolutely just fantastic what they did with this game. I mean, the little kids everywhere just wanted to play this thing. I was one of them. You know, the animation, everything about it was just huge. I never got that thing to hit anybody, so... Even when they play it, when they made the arcade game, or the TMNT arcade game for the NES, I mean, yes, it was great, but, you know, for what they were able to do with it, and even add 2 extra levels, I mean, it was just so good. I mean, they even have a back attack, so if you get attacked from the back and everything, I mean, the music in this, man, they just, Konami really hit the nail on the head on this. He knocked him backwards. Give me my point. I love that. And that's like just little effects like that where you hit them against the wall and everything. I mean, it's just great. I mean, overall, the simplicity of the game and everything, it's just fantastic. Ah. Oops. He didn't do what I told him to. And I mean, even like the boss music was so memorable. Dang it. Again, he didn't do the jump attack. There we go. Like, that's what I was trying to do. Like, just do your jump attack. It'll save me a whole... Ah. Got a little bit lucky there. Ha, nice. Trying to get into a position here where I can actually do some damage here. I'm down to my last bar of health. Ah, darn it. There's gonna be plenty more of that, so... Especially when you get to that skateboard level. Yeah, it's a little bit late. It's like I knew the pizza was here, too. Ah. Yeah, that was fair. That was completely fair. Damn it, I did not mean to lose a life right there. One thing to note, the back attack I don't think does any damage. Alright, let's go. Aww. I've been trying to, like, play, since I tried playing this, like, from the start, it was like I couldn't figure out, like, where the heck the safe spot is for that to, like, continuously hit Baxter, but I mean, he doesn't really take a whole lot, but still. Oops. Fine, you can sit there and try to flank me all you want. I'm not gonna care. It gives me more time to take out your buddy. Ah. Give me my points. Ah. Darn it. Thank you.
Keep the time.
But the one thing about when you fight these guys now is that they're a lot easier. Oh, shoot. That's not what I did. At least I got rid of him. Oh, come on, really? Alright, cool. Made it.
Let's move it.
Mwah. Whoops, he didn't turn around. Like, my bad.
Do not resist us.
It's like, you know, when you see that hurry come up, I don't know if you know this or not, but it basically puts you on a time limit. So if you don't hurry up, like it says there, it drops a bomb on you and kills you. You lose a life because you're taking too much time.
Keep the time.
Ah. That hurt. I'm just making my life a lot more hell, aren't I? Nope, that's not gonna work. There we go. It actually turned out pretty well. Alright, let's put some more on here. We're almost done with this level. Let him take out one of his own guys. Now this level here is just ridiculous. Mostly the safe spot is kind of up near the top. Trying to get away. Ah. Dang it. Ouch. Ah. Alright, cool. We made it. I mean, again, I have unlimited lives, but it's like I'm at least trying to make an effort not to, like, sit there and die and have death after death, you know?
You gotta stay Splinter.
I mean, seriously, it's like, yeah, you could sit here and just completely suck at the game and just go through life after life, but it's like, at least I'm trying to make an effort, you know, not to... Nice. Against the wall. But yeah, I said I could play this. I could probably go for another round after this game's over. After I'm done with the recording. Hello there.
Oh no, that overgrown corkscrew.
Overgrown corkscrew. Nice. That actually went really well.
Do not resist that.
Keep the time.
I gotta wait for that one though.
Good turtle.
These guys have just the stone soldiers were freaking ridiculous in this with their reach. And they don't take a whole lot, but it's like, yeah, to try to get like in range, actually hit them and to be consistent with it is extremely tough. Ah. See, and then that can happen right there. And then, yeah, the reach is, and then that can happen right there. It's like you get into a position and then all of a sudden it's just like it all just goes to hell. See, it's like I had a rhythm going and all of a sudden it's like, nope. And look at that, he only took one more hit and I just lost an extra life. It's like, really? I mean, if you only look at it this way, I think even regardless on,
Thank you, my turtle.
when you did the arcade machine, I think it only gave you like 2 lives. Most of the time you always put your quarter and it'd give you 2 lives. This could be completely unfair.
Do not resist that.
Ah, come on. Like pizza was at the bottom, for goodness sakes. Well, helps if you jump like I told you to originally. There we go. I made it down to the bottom. Here we go.
Keep the time.
Ah! I was trying for the pizza. almost done. A couple more. See, like, he's a little bit slower to the draw, but man, look at that. And there's a trick to finish off Shredder too. I think this is probably one of the best runs I've had since I've started playing this game. But whatever.
Crush the turtle.
Whoops. Yeah, right. It's like I was already past you, bro. It's like you got some range with that. Like I said, sometimes the hit detection for that slap is just, it's a little too much.
Invincible.
Now, if he would have did a jump kick instead of the swing, I would have actually survived that. The trick to Shredder, though, is just to get him backed into the corner and find out which one's the imposter. And you'll see what I mean, because the other one will sit there and run. Alright. He'll just sit there and like run in the corner and stuff so that you don't have to worry about it. You just got to find which one's the imposter. You should be able to survive. Alright, Krang isn't that hard. It's just about hitting it back and then just again, but they give you at least a lot more of a play area for this. Really? Okay, there's the imposter. Really? I was having a good game up until then. See, you can just keep the imposter in the corner, and then you just keep going up, down, and just get your hits in until he passes out. And that's it. Shouldn't take too much more. Oh, there it is. I didn't think you took that. I thought you took was going to take a little bit more, but nonetheless. Alright. Let me just remind everybody to, not remind necessarily, but you can check me out over on Facebook at facebook.com/OneForsakenGaming, YouTube at 1FG Archives, and there's also links on the Facebook page and Discord, to the Discord and also the Sector 1FG group page. 1FG Archives over on YouTube is where all of my recorded content and my Twitch live stream. I'm also on Twitch, actually, forget to, at twitch.tv/OneForsakenGaming. where all my YouTube is where you'll find this content, my recorded content, as well as the my Twitch live streams. I actually do upload over to YouTube as well. So again, this is my number 3 game of all time. I am not going to be revealing my number 2 game and number 1 because, or number 1 because I'm going to be doing both of those on the same stream. I'm already in the process of writing my number 2 game, and also gonna, once I finish that one, I'll be doing my number 1 game as well. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to take a week off, so I can have time to write both of the reviews, and then we're going to have it a go all in one stream over on Twitch for both games. So it's going to be an actual little bit of a longer stream, but yeah, nonetheless, lots of fun coming up for the final 2. But I will give you this hint. They're both on the NES. That doesn't say much. There's so many games on the NES. Right. Alright. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content today. So this is my number 3 game of all time. All of this will be posted on YouTube as well as Facebook for the linked foot on Facebook. So please do check it out. And also hope to find my usual week schedule for streaming is every Saturday and Sunday starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So hopefully we can check you out in the, over on a live stream. But again, hope you enjoyed the content, and we'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everybody.